everybody, it's April. I'm also the handstanding grandma, and I'd just like to share a few tips today about how to fall out of a handstand. It seems like that's what people ask me about the most, is how do you fall out? And I'm a little surprised that most people, or a lot of people, think that you're supposed to fall out into a wheel pose. Now, I think that would be great if you could fall out smoothly with your back arched and land on your feet in a wheel pose. I have never done that, and I don't know that I could do that even if I tried. It just seems like once I do kick up into a handstand, there's so much going on in my head that the last thing I'm going to think about is actually arching my back enough that I can land and still keep my arms and shoulders strong and land in a wheel pose. So if you can do that, kudos to you. But unless you have a strong gymnastics background or circa performer, you're probably not going to do that either. So instead, I encourage people to learn how to cartwheel or even kind of do a round off coming out of your handstand. And one of my favorite drills is the one where you come up to the wall with your chest and walk your feet up, and then your hands are away from the wall just enough that you can start inching your way forward and pull your foot away. And then one of the great things about this drill is not only did it make me more confident in coming forward and bringing my weight forward and my shoulders over my wrist, but I also started learning how to round off or cartwheel out. And you'll even notice if you look at the video again, you'll notice that my one hand even comes out in front of me a little bit as I'm coming out of that handstand. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Also, I would encourage you to feel confident about your handstand before you try doing it in the middle of the room. And how does that happen? I mean, it also comes from doing it in the middle of the room, sometimes with a spotter can be very helpful. But also knowing that you can kick up to the wall lightly and then pull your feet away from the wall and hold for several seconds. So that starts giving you that confidence that you're ready to start trying it in the middle of the room. There's still, though, something about that wall being there that makes it a little bit easier than doing it in the middle of the room. But if you'll watch in my other video, and this is showing how, yeah, I'm kicking up and I kind of fall right out, but I cartwheel or I round. So anymore, I don't even think of myself so much as falling as I just come out of my handstand by doing that cartwheel or the round off action. So this is one of the things I think is important to learn how to do. You kind of have to teach yourself how to fall. So practice, 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 as always with your handstand, but try to come out to the side and just kind of let yourself do that a few times, just to where you get the hang of it, and you'll eventually be confident enough to do it in the middle of the room. See you next time.